Si Sofia Reyes Montenegro ang tahimik na chairwoman ng Reyes Heritage Foundation at nag-iisang pangunahing donor ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy, isang modernong paaralan para sa mga batang mula sa mahihirap na pamilya sa Tagaytay at mga kalapit na lalawigan. Siya ang nagbigay ng lupa, nagbayad sa construction, laboratories, library, dormitory at scholarship fund. Ang asawa niyang si Adrian Montenegro ang tumulong lamang sa public relations at corporate partnerships. Ngunit sa paglipas ng panahon ay nagsimula itong kumilos na para bang ang Montenegro Foundation ang nagtayo ng buong paaralan, kasama ang mistress niyang si Vanessa Cruz. Naghanda siya ng isang marangyang inauguration kung saan plano nilang burahin ang pangalan ni Sofia at ipakita si Vanessa bilang bagong babaeng leader ng proyekto. Upang malaman kung paano talaga sila kumilos kapag inakala nilang wala siya roon. Nagkunwari si Sofia bilang event server na nagngangalang Mia Santos. Ang tagapaglingkod na hindi nila nakilalang may-ari ng pangarap. Bago pa sumikat ng lubos ang araw sa Tagaytay. Gising na ang buong St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Kumakapit pa ang manipis na hamog sa salaming dingding ng science building habang sunod-sunod na dumarating ang catering trucks, floral suppliers, sound technicians, at security personnel. Sa harap ng main gate ay nakasabit ang malaking emerald and gold banner na may larawan ni Adrian Montenegro at logo ng Montenegro Education Foundation. Sa ibaba nito, nakasulat ang mga salitang A Legacy of Leadership. A Future of Hope. Wala roon ang pangalan ni Sofia. Wala rin ang Reyes Heritage Foundation na nagbayad sa halos lahat ng nakikita sa loob ng campus. Ang paaralan ay itinayo sa 12 ektaryang lupang minana ni Sofia mula sa kanyang lolo. Dati iyong bahagi ng isang fruit orchard na matagal nang hindi ginagamit. Sa halip na ibenta sa developers, ipinasiya niyang gawing school campus na may elementary, junior high at senior high departments. Siya ang pumili sa architects. Nagtakda ng scholarship ratio at nag-utos na may dormitory para sa mga batang kailangang bumiyahe ng ilang oras mula sa upland communities. Ang library ay may mahigit 40,000 libro. Ang science wing ay may chemistry, biology at robotics laboratories. Ang vocational building ay may culinary kitchen, electronics room at textile workshop. Ang buong proyekto, kasama ang maintenance fund para sa unang 10 taon, ay binayaran ng Reyes Heritage Foundation. Si Adrian ang tumulong magdala ng corporate partners para sa computers, uniforms at student internship programs. Totoo ang kaniyang kontribusyon. Ngunit sa tuwing may interview, mas madalas niyang sabihin na, "We built this school" kaysa "Sofia built this school." Pagkaraan ng ilang buwan, naging may education project. Sa huling promotional video, halos tuluyan nang nawala ang Reyes name. Ang foundation ni Adrian ang inilagay sa unang frame. Habang ang tunay na donor ay tinukoy lamang bilang a private family benefactor. 3 araw bago ang inauguration, ipinadala ni Leah Mendoza kay Sofia ang final program. Sa original version, ang ribbon cutting ay pamumunuan ni Sofia, si Dr. Ramon Villanueva at 2 student scholars. Sa revised version, pinalitan si Sofia ni Vanessa bilang honorary patron of student advancement. Ang speech tungkol sa solid donor ay inilipat sa dulo at nilagyan ng note na optional if time permits. Ang donor wall sa lobby ay tinakpan ng temporary promotional panel na may mukha ni na Adrian at Vanessa. Kasama ng program ay isang email mula kay Vanessa sa event team Mrs. Sofia Montenegro will not be part of the public story. Keep the focus on Adrian's leadership and the new image of the foundation. If she appears unexpectedly, seat her away from the cameras. Maaari sanang tawagan ni Sofia ang asawa at ipatigil ang lahat. Maaari rin niyang utusan si Dr. Ramon na ibalik ang original program. Ngunit pinili niyang wag gawin iyon. Kung haharapin niya agad sina Adrian at Vanessa, madali nilang sasabing branding choice lamang ang mga pagbabago. Gusto niyang makita kung hanggang saan nila dadalhin ang kwento kapag naniwala silang wala siyang kontrol sa paligid. Kaya dumating siya bilang si Mia Santos, isang temporary service worker mula sa event agency. Nakasuot siya ng cream blouse, brown skirt, flat shoes at maliit na cap. Tinago niya ang buhok sa ilalim ng maikling wig at nagsuot ng salamin na may makapal na frame. Ang kanyang temporary badge ay ginawa ni Leah mula sa legitimate staff roster upang walang magduda sa security checkpoint. Sa service corridor, sinalubong siya ng catering supervisor at binigyan ng silver tray. "Stay near the VIP section," sabi nito. "Mr. Montenegro wants fresh water available before every speech. Miss Cruz is very particular, so do not argue if she changes the arrangement." "Is Miss Cruz part of the school board?" tanong ni Sofia. "Not officially." "Then why does she control the program?" The supervisor glanced around before lowering her voice. "Because Mr. Montenegro says she will have a major role after today." "What role?" "Something connected to the foundation. People are saying she may become the public chair." Hindi na nagtanong si Sofia. Kinuha niya ang tray at naglakad patungo sa main hall. Sa bawat hakbang, nakikita niya ang mga detalyeng personal niyang inaprubahan, ang wide corridors para sa wheelchair access, ang skylights na nagpapapasok ng natural light, ang student artwork sa walls at ang wooden benches na ginawa ng local craftsmen. Ngunit ngayong araw, ang mga iyon ay tinakpan ng corporate banners na halos puro pangalan ng Montenegro. Sa lobby, abala si Vanessa sa pag-uutos sa production staff. Nakasuot siya ng emerald dress na kapareho ng kulay ng event branding. Sa tabi niya ay may stylist, makeup artist at 2 social media assistants. Habang inaayos ang spotlight sa donor wall, napansin niyang nakikita pa rin ang bahagi ng engraved plaque sa ilalim ng promotional panel. "Cover that completely," utos niya. "Ma'am, the plaque is permanently fixed," sagot ng technician. "Then add another fabric layer." The principal asked that the donor plaque remain visible. "Dr. Ramon will follow the final event direction." Nakatayo si Sofia, ilang metro lamang ang layo, habang naririnig iyon. Ang plaque na tinatakpan ni Vanessa ay may nakaukit na mga salitang, "This institution was made possible through the sole capital grant of the Reyes Heritage Foundation under the leadership of Sofia Reyes Montenegro." Lumapit si Leah na may dalang folders. Nang makita niya si Sofia sa uniform, sandaling nagbago ang kaniyang mukha. Ngunit mabilis niyang itinago ang pagkagulat. Nagkunwari siyang humihingi ng tubig. Pagkatapos ay ibinaba ang boses. "Ma'am, they remove your name from the ribbon cutting list. I saw the program. They also changed the press release. It says Montenegro Education Foundation financed the campus. Preserve both versions." "I already did." "What about the bank records?" "Attorney Isabel has a certified disbursement summary." "Do not release anything yet." "Doctor, Ramon is worried. He should follow the original donor agreement, but wait for my signal before changing the public program." Leah tumango at iniwan sa ilalim ng tray ang isang maliit na envelope. Nandoon ang printout ng revised press release, email ni Vanessa at instruction ni Adrian sa principal's office. "Do not emphasize sole donor terminology. Present the school as a Montenegro-led initiative. Sofia prefers privacy and will not object." Sofia binasa ang huling linya nang walang pagbabago sa mukha. Muli na namang ginamit ni Adrian ang kaniyang pananahimik bilang pahintulot. Dahil hindi siya mahilig sa camera, inakala nitong maaari nang burahin ang kanyang papel sa proyekto. Bandang 9:00, Dumating si Doña Celestina Montenegro kasama ang mga society friends. Nakasuot siya ng ivory terno-inspired dress at may hawak na pearl fan. Lumapit agad siya kay Vanessa at niyakap ito sa harap ng photographers. "You look perfect for the school," sabi niya. "Young, warm and visible. Exactly what this foundation needs." "Adrian said today will make my role official," sagot ni Vanessa. "And Sophia, she is not attending." "Good. She would only talk about budgets and scholarships. Children need inspiration, not spreadsheets." Nasa likod nila si Sophia. Nag-aayos ng water glasses sa reception table. Nang mapansin siya ni Celestina, itinuro nito ang maliit na mantsa ng tubig sa marble floor. "You, clean that. Important guests will arrive soon." "Yes, ma'am." Yumuko si Sophia at pinunasan ng sahig gamit ang service cloth. Hindi siya nakilala ng biyenan. Sa loob ng 12 taon ng kanilang pagsasama ni Adrian, paulit-ulit siyang sinabihan ni Celestina na ang yaman ng De Los Reyes ay walang saysay kung hindi marunong ipakita sa lipunan. Ngayon, ang babaeng minamaliit nito ang may hawak sa trust na nagbayad sa mismong gusaling ginagamit nila bilang backdrop. Makalipas ang ilang minuto, narinig niyang sinabi ni Celestina sa kaibigan, "My son built this place from nothing. Sophia only helped with some family money." Ang some family money ay 1.9 billion pesos sa lupa, construction at initial operating reserve. Ang Montenegro Education Foundation ay nagbigay ng 18 million pesos para sa computers, media production at opening event. Mahalaga ang kanilang contribution, ngunit hindi iyon dahilan upang angkinin ang buong paaralan. Dumating si Adrian bandang 10:00 sakay ng Black Executive Convoy. Sinundan siya ng board members ng Montenegro Holdings, local officials at press representatives. Nakasuot siya ng navy suit at emerald tie. Saint-Trans. Sinalubong siya ni Vanessa at inayos ang kanyang collar. Masyadong natural ang kilos nila upang tawaging simpleng professional relationship. "Is everything ready?" tanong ni Adrian. "Almost. The donor plaque is still causing problems. Cover it until after the main program." "Doctor, Ramon may object. I will handle him. And the announcement about Sophia, move it to the end. If we run out of time, include it in the printed acknowledgements." "Will you really introduce me as honorary patron?" "Yes. Not just brand ambassador. You need a title that matches where we are going." Sophia lumapit na may dalang tray ng tubig. Inabot niya ang isang baso kay Adrian. Kinuha niya iyon nang hindi man lamang tumingin ng maayos sa mukha niya. "Make sure the water is cold," sabi niya. "It was prepared 10 minutes ago, sir." "Then replace it. I do not want condensation on the podium." Vanessa tumawa. "These temporary workers never understand presentation." Sophia mahinahong sumagot. "The students will probably care more about the classrooms than the water on the podium." Napalingon si Adrian. "What did you say?" "I said, I will replace it, sir." "Good. Learn to keep comments to yourself." Tiningnan ni Vanessa ang badge niya. "Mia Santos, you will serve our table during lunch?" "I was assigned to the stage area. I am changing your assignment. The catering supervisor may need to approve." "I do not need a supervisor to tell a server where to stand." Lumingon siya kay Adrian. "See, she argues about everything." Tiningnan ni Adrian si Sophia. "Do what Miss Cruz says. People like you should remain behind the curtain and follow instructions." Hindi siya nakilala nito kahit ilang hakbang lamang ang pagitan nila. Sa halip na magalit, Mas naging malinaw kay Sofia ang dahilan kung bakit kailangan niyang manatili sa disguise. Kapag alam ni Adrian na kaharap niya ang asawa at donor, marahil ay magiging magalang ito. Ngunit sa isang ordinaryong worker, ipinakita niya ang tunay na sukat ng kanyang respeto. Yes, sir. Sagot niya. But sometimes the person behind the curtain is the only reason there is a stage. Kumunot ang noo ni Adrian. Ngunit tinawag siya ng photographers bago pa siya makapagtanong. Lumakad siya kasama si Vanessa patungo sa media wall. Habang bumalik si Sofia sa service corridor, doon niya nadatnan si Dr. Ramon Villanueva. Ang principal ay nasa early 60s. Nakasuot ng barong at may hawak na original donor speech. Nang makita niya si Sofia, agad siyang huminto. Madam Chairwoman, bulong niya. Not here. I cannot allow them to remove your name. You will not? They want me to introduce Mr. Montenegro as founder. He helped organize the partnerships, but he is not the founder. I will follow the agreement. Follow the truth. But wait until the formal donor acknowledgement. The revised program may cut it. Then do not let the program end without it. Doctor? Ramon tumingin sa mga students na naghihintay sa hallway para sa choir performance. This school exists because you trusted us. It exists for them, not for me. Then why allow them to treat you this way? Because I need to know whether Adrian is only accepting too much praise or deliberately rewriting the project. Do you still doubt it? I want his public words on record. Bago umalis ang principal, iniabot niya kay Sofia ang maliit na envelope na naglalaman ng original speech. Sa unang paragraph ay malinaw na nakasulat na ang Reyes Heritage Foundation ang sole capital donor at si Sofia ang founder ng school initiative. Itinago niya iyon sa service card. Sa faculty room, may isa pang pagbabago. Ang framed portrait ni Sofia na dapat ilagay sa donor gallery ay inalis at pinalitan ng malaking larawan ni na Adrian at Vanessa na magkasamang nagtatanim ng puno sa ceremonial garden. Nang tanungin ng isang teacher kung bakit wala ang founder portrait, sinabi ng event staff na the public image strategy has changed. Isang batang guro ang lumapit kay Sofia habang naglalagay siya ng water bottles. Ate, do you know where they moved Mrs. Sophia's portrait? I do not. She is the reason many of our students have scholarships. Have you met her? Only once. During a construction inspection. She asked more questions about the teacher's housing allowance than about the design of her own office. Sofia bahagyang ngumiti. Maybe she does not need a portrait. The student should still know who helped them. Bago siya makasagot, tinawag ng stage manager ang service staff para sa rehearsal. Dinala si Sofia sa main auditorium kung saan nakahanay na ang ribbon, giant ceremonial key at foundation plaques. Sa center stage ay may dalawang upholstered chairs para kina Adrian at Vanessa. Ang principal ay nasa gilid lamang. Samantalang ang student representative ay ilalagay sa likod ng podium. Tiningnan ni Sofia ang seating plan. Where will the scholarship students sit? The stage manager pointed to the second row. She is giving the student response. Miss, Vanessa wants a clean visual with only the principal couple at center stage. Principal couple. That is the wording from the production notes. Walang legal na kahulugan iyon. Ngunit malinaw ang mensahe. Ginagamit ang inauguration upang ilagay si Vanessa sa puwestong dati ay para sa donor at legal wife. Sa rehearsal, umakyat si Vanessa sa stage at hinawakan ang ceremonial key. The key should be handed to me after Adrian's speech. Sabi niya. Then Dr. Ramon can announce that I will oversee the scholarship and women's leadership program. Lumapit si Leah. Ma'am, The scholarship fund is governed by the Reyes Foundation. No oversight role has been approved. Then prepare the approval after today. The donor must sign. Adrian will speak to her. Mrs. Sophia has not authorized any new chair. Vanessa tumingin kay Adrian. Why are minor employees blocking everything? Adrian kinuha ang program at nagsulat ng note. List Vanessa as incoming honorary patron. Subject to formal confirmation. That still creates an expectation. Sabi ni Leah. That is the purpose. Sagot niya. Once the school community welcomes her, Sophia will not reject the appointment. Nakatayo si Sophia sa likod ng stage curtain. Hawak ang tray. Narinig niya ng malinaw ang tunay na plano. Hindi lamang nila gustong magmukhang sila ang nagpatayo ng paaralan. Gusto rin nilang gamitin ang public ceremony upang pilitin siyang ibigay kay Vanessa ang authority sa scholarship program pagkatapos ng event. Nag-vibrate ang phone niya. Mensahe iyon mula kay Attorney Isabel. Certified funding records. Land, donation deed, and sole donor declaration are ready. Shall I enter before the ceremony? Sumagot si Sophia. Wait, Adrian has not made the full claim yet. Enter, after the principal begins, the donor acknowledgement. Bandang tanghali. Dumating ang unang grupo ng scholars kasama ang kanilang mga magulang. Marami ang nakasuot ng simpleng damit at halatang kinakabahan sa marangyang event. Isang batang babae ang napahiwalay sa grupo habang naghahanap ng tubig para sa kaniyang lola. Nilapitan siya ni Sophia at inabutan ng 2 bote. Thank you, ate, sabi ng bata. Are you one of the scholars? Yes, I am speaking later. What will you say? That someone I have never met gave me a place to study. Maybe you have met her without knowing. Ngumiti ang bata. Then I hope she knows I will not waste the chance. Naramdaman ni Sophia ang bigat ng mga salitang iyon. Ang dahilan kung bakit hindi niya agad sinira ang event ay wala sa mga banner, speeches o personal na kahihiyan. Nasa mga batang tulad nito ang tunay na halaga ng school. Kailangan niyang ilantad ang kasinungalingan nang hindi ginagawang collateral damage ang kanilang unang araw ng pag-asa. Pagsapit ng 2:00, nagsimulang mapuno ang auditorium. Inilagay si Sophia sa gilid ng stage kasama ang 3 servers. Bago magsimula ang program, lumapit si Vanessa at iniabot sa kaniya ang personal handbag. Hold this until my speech. Personal belongings should remain with your assistant. Ma'am? She is filming. There is a secure storage room. Do you always have to answer? I am responsible if something is lost. Vanessa inilagay ang bag sa tray. Then do not lose it. Kasama sa bag ang diamond bracelet, 2 phones at isang folder na bahagyang nakabukas. Sa ibabaw ng folder ay makikita ang draft title, Vanessa Cruz Student Leadership Initiative, sponsored by Montenegro Education Foundation. Sa loob, ang annual budget ay kukunin mula sa scholarship endowment ni Sophia. Hindi binuksan ni Sophia ang folder. Sapat nang makita ang title. Inabot niya ang tray kay Leah para sa secure storage at sinabi, Preserve the folder exactly as received. Nang makita ni Vanessa, nawala na ang bag sa kamay niya. Nagalit ito. Where did you put it? In secure custody? I told you to hold it. Event policy does not allow personal valuables on the service tray. Lumapit si Adrian. What is the problem now? This server refuses every instruction. Tiningnan niya si Sophia. Apologize and follow Miss Cruz. I protected her belongings according to policy. I did not ask for an explanation. Sa harap ng 2 teachers at isang student usher, sinabi ni Vanessa, People like her should be grateful they are allowed inside a place like this. Sofia tumingin sa mga classroom doors sa kabilang hallway. Sa library na pinondohan ng foundation at sa scholarship students na naghihintay sa kanilang queue. Some people, mahinahon niyang sagot, are inside because they were hired to serve. Others are inside because they paid for every wall. Uniforms do not always tell you which is which. Natahimik si Adrian ng sandali. Parang pamilyar sa kaniya ang tono. Ngunit bago niya makita ng mabuti ang mukha ni Sofia, nagsimula ang opening music. Umakyat sa stage ang host at binati ang mga bisita. Sumunod ang student choir, prayer at school history video. Gaya ng inaasahan, ipinakita sa video si Adrian bilang visionary leader. Si Vanessa naman ay tinawag na the compassionate force shaping the school's future. Ang pangalan ni Sofia ay lumitaw lamang sa final credits sa loob ng wala pang 2 segundo. Nang matapos ang video, tinawag ang CEO para sa keynote speech. Umakyat si Adrian sa stage habang pumapalakpak ang audience. Nakatayo si Vanessa sa gilid ng podium, handang sumama sa final announcement. Si Sofia naman ay inutusan ni Hector na dalhin ang 2 baso ng tubig sa stage. Do not speak, sabi niya. Place the tray beside Mr. Montenegro and leave. Umakyat si Sofia sa stage. Sa ilalim ng malalakas na ilaw, ilang metro lamang ang layo niya sa Asawa. Kinuha ni Adrian ang baso nang hindi tumitingin sa kanya at nagsimulang magsalita. 3 years ago, I dream of building a school where every Filipino child could receive world-class education regardless of income. Sabi niya, today, that dream stands before us. Tahimik na nakatayo si Sofia sa likod. Hawak ang tray. Siya ang bumili ng lupa 7 taon bago ang speech. Siya ang naglatag ng scholarship plan at kumuha sa architect. Ngunit si Adrian ang nagsasalita na parabang nagmula sa kaniya ang lahat. Nagpatuloy siya. Through the leadership of Montenegro Education Foundation, we transformed an empty property into a symbol of hope. Sa front row, bahagyang gumalaw si Doktor. Ramon, alam niyang maling-mali ang pahayag, ngunit hinihintay niya ang donor segment. Pagkatapos ay tinawag ni Adrian si Vanessa sa gitna ng stage. Hinawakan niya ang kamay nito at ngumiti sa cameras. A school must not only have buildings, sabi niya. It must have a woman capable of giving warmth, visibility, and inspiration to its mission. Today, I am proud to introduce Vanessa Cruz as the incoming honorary patron of St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Nagpalakpakan ang mga bisita mula sa Montenegro Circle. Si Celestina ang pinakamalakas pumalakpak. Lumapit si Vanessa sa microphone at nagsalita tungkol sa kaniyang pagmamahal sa mga bata. Sa women's leadership at sa pangarap niyang palawakin ang paaralang itinayo namin ni Adrian. Nasa likod niya si Sofia. Hawak pa rin ang tray. Pagkatapos ng speech, lumingon si Vanessa at iniabot sa kaniya ang empty champagne glass na palihim nitong dinala sa stage. Take this, bulong niya. And wipe the podium before the ribbon cutting. Hindi agad kinuha ni Sofia ang baso. Now, madiing sabi ni Vanessa. Narinig ni Adrian ang palitan. Sa halip na pigilan ng mistress. Sinabi niya, do what she asks. The cameras are waiting. Tinanggap ni Sofia ang glass at inilagay sa tray. Pagkatapos ay kinuha niya ang cloth mula sa service pocket at pinunasan ng maliit na marka sa podium habang nanonood ang audience. Sa sandaling iyon, kumpleto na ang larawang gusto ni na Adrian at Vanessa ang mistress sa gitna ng stage bilang bagong patron. Ang CEO bilang tagapagtayo ng school, at ang tunay na donor na nakayuko sa harap nila bilang simpleng server. Ngunit sa gilid ng stage, tumayo na si Dr. Ramon dala ang original donor speech. Sa may entrance namang, dumating si Attorney Isabel kasama ang 2 trustees at ang certified funding records. Bago bumaba si Sofia mula sa stage, nagtagpo ang mga mata nila ng principal. Bahagya siyang tumango. Iyon ang signal. Lumapit si Dr. Ramon sa microphone bago pa simulan ang ribbon cutting. Before we proceed, sabi niya, there is one truth about this school that must be placed on record. Nawala ang ngiti ni Adrian. Si Vanessa ay napalingon sa principal. Sa likod ng auditorium, binuksan ni Attorney Isabel ang leather document case. At habang nakatayo pa rin si Sofia sa gilid ng stage na may hawak na tray, naghanda ang principal na tawagin ang pangalan ng nag-iisang taong tunay na nagbayad para sa lupa. Gusali, library, laboratories, at kinabukasan ng bawat batang naroon. Ang seremonyang itinayo sa maling pangalan. Nakatayo si Dr. Ramon Villanueva sa harap ng mikropono habang hawak ang original donor speech na ilang oras ng pilit ipinapaalis sa programa. Sa likod niya, nakahanda na ang malaking gunting at emerald ribbon para sa ceremonial opening. Nasa gitna ng stage sina Adrian at Vanessa. Kapwa nakangiti ilang segundo lamang bago magsalita ang principal. Sa gilid naman ay si Sofia, nakasuot pa rin ng cream service uniform at may hawak na tray na may empty champagne glass. Sa loob ng auditorium, hindi pa alam ng mga guest kung bakit biglang nagbago ang tono ng programa. Ngunit napansin nilang hindi na nakatingin si Dr. Ramon sa cue cards na ibinigay ng event agency. Before we proceed with the ribbon cutting, sabi niya, there is one truth about St. Aurora Integrated Academy that must be placed on record. This school was not built by a public relations campaign, a ceremonial foundation event, or a single corporate speech. It was made possible by one complete capital grant covering the land, construction, laboratories, a library, dormitory, Faculty Development Fund, and the first 10 years of student scholarships. Unti-unting nawala ang ngiti ni Adrian. Lumapit siya sa principal at ibinaba ang boses. Ramon, follow the approved program. Hindi umiwas si Dr. Ramon, I am following the signed donor agreement. Narinig iyon ng microphones. Kumalat ang mahinang bulungan sa audience. Ang ilang reporters ay mabilis na tumingin sa printed program kung saan nakalagay ang Montenegro Education Foundation bilang pangunahing organizer. Sa front row, napahawak si Celestina sa pearl fan niya. Si Vanessa naman ay tumingin sa stage manager at nagbigay ng senyas na patayin ang mikropono ng principal. Ngunit hindi gumalaw ang technical crew. Nakatanggap na sila ng instruction mula sa school board na walang speech ang pwedeng putulin ng walang authorization ni Dr. Ramon. Nagpatuloy ang principal. The total educational endowment and construction funding did not come from Montenegro Education Foundation. That organization contributed computers, media support, and today's inauguration expenses. We are grateful for those contributions. But gratitude does not give us permission to change history. Lumakas ang bulungan. Napatingin ang mga corporate guests kay Adrian. Ang ilan ay naniniwalang siya ang nagtayo ng buong campus dahil iyon ang paulit-ulit na ipinahayag sa promotional materials. Ang dalawang local officials na nakaupo malapit sa aisle ay nagbukas ng kanilang briefing folders. Naghahanap ng anumang reference sa tunay na donor. Lumapit muli si Adrian sa principal. This is not the proper time for an accounting explanation. Doktor. Ramon tumingin sa kanya. It became the proper time when you said before the students that your foundation transformed an empty property into this school. I was speaking symbolically. The land registry is not symbolic. The bank transfers are not symbolic. The classrooms are not symbolic. Vanessa mabilis na kinuha ang backup microphone. Perhaps the principal is trying to emphasize that many partners work together. Sabi niya. Muling ngumiti sa cameras. This school represents shared love. shared leadership, and shared sacrifice. Mula sa gilid ng stage, mahinahong nagsalita si Sofia. Shared contribution is not the same as sole capital funding. Napalingon si Vanessa sa kaniya. No one asked the server. Naging mas tahimik ang auditorium. Hindi maunawaan ng ilang guest kung bakit patuloy na nakikialam ang isang service worker. Lumapit si Adrian at mahina ngunit galit na sinabi, "Leave the stage now." Hindi gumalaw si Sofia. The principal has not completed the donor acknowledgement. That is none of your concern. Perhaps it is. Tumango si Doktor. Kamo sa may entrance. Bumukas ang malalaking pinto ng auditorium at pumasok si Attorney Isabel Reyes kasama ang dalawang trustees ng Reyes Heritage Foundation. Isang independent auditor at si Leah Mendoza. Hawak ni Isabel ang brown leather case na may certified copies ng land donation deed, construction disbursement records, scholarship, trust agreement at sole donor declaration. Sa likod nila ay may dalawang school technicians na agad na kumonekta sa presentation system. Napalingon si Adrian sa bagong dating. "Why is Attorney Reyes here?" Sumagot si Isabel habang naglalakad patungo sa stage. "Because the organization you attempted to remove from the program owns the land, funded the campus and retains governance rights over the scholarship trust." Vanessa ibinaba ang microphone. "This is a family dispute." "No," sagot ni Isabel. "It became an institutional matter when false ownership and funding claims were distributed to the press, donors, local officials and students." Tumingin si Adrian sa wife's attorney. "Sofia authorized privacy. We respected that. Privacy is not permission to replace her name with yours. She never wanted public credit. She did not want celebrity. That is different from allowing you to claim sole authorship of the project." Sa likod ng stage, ipinakita ni Leah sa technician ang original files. Nawala sa main screen ang promotional image ni na Adrian at Vanessa. Pumalit ang official funding timeline ng SAIT, Aurora Integrated Academy. Unang lumitaw ang land title transfer mula sa Reyes Family Trust patungo sa Education Foundation. Sumunod ang construction payments, contractor disbursements at laboratory equipment purchases. Sa bawat page ay iisang source ang makikita Reyes Heritage Foundation. Sa ibaba ng screen ay lumitaw ang summarized figures. Ang land value at total capital funding ay 1.9 billion pesos. Ang Montenegro Education Foundation contribution ay 18 million pesos para sa computers, uniforms, media production at inauguration support. Mahalaga ang halaga. Ngunit wala pang 1% iyon ng kabuuang project funding. Tinanong ng isang reporter, "Mr. Montenegro, did you know the Reyes Foundation financed nearly the entire campus?" "Yes," sagot niya. "Our marriage and foundations operate as one family ecosystem." Sumagot si Isabel. "They are separate legal entities with separate boards, accounts and responsibilities. Bella Sofia is my wife," sabi ni Adrian. Muntik nang madulas ang pangalan sa tensiyon. "We built our life together. Marriage does not convert her foundation's restricted education grant into your personal achievement." Isang corporate guest ang nagtanong, "Did Montenegro Education Foundation ever own the school land?" "No," sagot ng depende na dito. "Did it pay the construction contractors?" "No." "Did it fund the scholarship endowment?" "No." "Then why does today's press release call it the principal financial sponsor?" Leah lumapit sa podium at ipinakita ang dalawang bersyon ng press release. Sa original file, malinaw na nakasulat ang Reyes Heritage Foundation bilang sole capital donor at Montenegro Education Foundation bilang technology and event partner. Sa revised version, tinanggal ang sole donor language at pinalitan ng linyang a flagship education initiative of Adrian Montenegro and Montenegro Education Foundation. Who approved the revised version, tanong ng reporter. Ipinakita ni Leah ang edit history. Ang change request ay mula sa account ni Vanessa. Ang final approval ay mula kay Adrian. Vanessa agad na sumagot. I simplified the language for media clarity. By removing the legal donor, tanong ni Leah. By focusing on public leadership, the statement says Montenegro Education Foundation financed the campus. It led the initiative. The financial records say otherwise. Nagbago ang mukha ni Vanessa. You are a project secretary. Do not speak to me like that. Bago pa makasagot si Leah, sinabi ni Sofia. She is the custodian of the project records. Her position does not make the evidence smaller. Muling humarap si Vanessa sa server. Why are you still talking? Huminga ng malalim si Adrian. Hector, escort that woman out. Lumapit ang event security supervisor. Ngunit hinarangan siya ni Isabel. Before you touch her, record that you are removing the controlling donor representative from the stage during the presentation of foundation records. Napatigil si Hector. Controlling donor representative. Tumingin ang buong audience kay Sofia. Dahan-dahan niyang inilapag ang tray sa maliit na service table. Inalis niya ang puting cap. Pagkatapos ang dark frame glasses. Hinugot niya ang maikling wig at tinanggal ang temporary name badge na Mia Santos. Nang tuluyang lumitaw ang kanyang mukha. Napaatras si Vanessa at halos mabitawan ang microphone. Si Celestina ay napanganga. Si Adrian naman ay nanatiling nakatayo na parang biglang nawala ang tunog sa paligid. Sofia, bulong niya. Inilagay ni Sofia ang name badge sa ibabaw ng podium na ilang minuto lamang ang nakalipas ay pinunasan niya sa utos ni Vanessa. Yes. Sagot niya. The server you told to remain behind the curtain. Sabay-sabay na umangat ang cameras. Ang ilang teachers at board members ay tumayo. Doktor, Ramon yumuko ng bahagya bilang paggalang. Ang scholarship student na nakausap ni Sofia kanina ay napahawak sa kamay ng kaniyang lola nang makilala ang babaeng nagbigay sa kanila ng tubig. Vanessa ang unang nakahanap ng boses. You disguised yourself. I accepted the temporary service assignment. To spy on us. To observe how the school, staff and donor agreement were being treated when you believed I was absent. This is manipulative. Did my disguise force you to cover the donor plaque? No. But, did it force you to remove my name from the press release? That was a branding decision. Did it force you to introduce yourself as the woman who built the school with my husband? I said we were shaping its future. You said the school Adrian and I built. Vanessa tumingin sa kameras. Alam niyang naitala ang kaniyang speech. Hindi na niya maaaring sabing maling pagkakarinig lamang iyon. Humakbang si Adrian papunta kay Sofia. You should have spoken to me privately. I sent questions about the program 2 weeks ago. You never said you would attend. I did not need an invitation to enter the school my foundation built. You allowed me to manage the public launch. I allowed you to organize it. I did not authorize false funding claims. This can still be corrected without humiliating the foundation. Which foundation? Hindi siya agad nakasagot. Sofia tumingin sa malaking screen. Montenegro Education Foundation paid for computers, uniforms, media work, and this event. Those contributions should be acknowledged honestly. Reyes Heritage Foundation provided the land, capital construction, laboratories, dormitory, library, and scholarship endowment. Those contributions should also be acknowledged honestly. The problem is not that you received applause. The problem is that you remove the people and records that made the applause inaccurate. Doña Celestina tumayo mula sa front row. Whatever the technical documents say, Adrian led this project publicly. Public leadership is not sole sponsorship. Sagot ni Sofia. You are married. His achievement is yours, and yours is his. The student's school is not a marital trophy. You are making your husband look like a liar. He approved a false press release. He was protecting the family name. By deleting mine, napatahimik ang matanda sa paligid niya. Ang society friends na kanina ay bumabati kay Vanessa bilang bagong patron ay tahimik nang nag-iwas ng tingin. Doktor? Ramon bumalik sa mikropono. For the official record of St. Bescos, Aurora Integrated Academy, I will now read the donor declaration adopted by the school board. Binuksan niya ang original speech. The Academy recognizes Reyes Heritage Foundation as the sole capital donor responsible for the acquisition and dedication of land, construction of all primary campus facilities, establishment of the 10-year maintenance reserve, and creation of the scholarship endowment. We further recognize Mrs. Sofia Reyes Montenegro as founder of the St. Aurora Education Initiative. Pumalakpak ang ilang teachers at parents. Hindi agad sumunod ang corporate guests. Ngunit nang tumayo ang scholarship students, unti-unting lumakas ang palakpakan. Hindi ito gaya ng rehearsed applause para kina Adrian at Vanessa. Walang cue mula sa stage manager. Nagsimula ito sa mga taong direktang nakinabang sa project. Hindi ngumiti ng malaki si Sofia. Tumango lamang siya sa students at principal. Pagkatapos ay humarap sa audience. This school was not built so my name could be louder than anyone else's. It was built so children who have talent but not wealth can enter classrooms with the same equipment, safety, and dignity as children in expensive private schools. I kept my role private because the student should remain at the center. But privacy cannot be used to change the truth or transfer authority to someone the foundation never appointed. Tumingin siya kay Vanessa. There is no approved position called incoming honorary patron. Vanessa napalingon kay Adrian. You said the appointment was ready. I said it would be formalized. Bis Sofia. Yes. You told me she would agree after today. Narinig ng microphones ang lahat. Muling kumalat ang bulungan. Sofia tumingin sa asawa. So the public announcement was intended to pressure me. Adrian, ibinaba ang boses. The school needed a visible ambassador. Then propose one through the board. You reject every modern branding idea. I reject the transfer of scholarship authority to your mistress without review. Sa unang pagkakataon, malinaw na narinig ng audience ang salitang mistress. Napasinghap ang ilang guests. Ang reporters ay mabilis na lumapit sa stage. Vanessa namula at humarap kay Sofia. Do not call me that in front of the students. What title would you prefer for a woman involved romantically with a married CEO while seeking control over his wife's foundation? This is personal. It became institutional when the scholarship endowment was placed in your draft initiative. Sofia tumango kay Leah. Lumitaw sa screen ang folder na nakuha mula sa handbag ni Vanessa. Hindi ipinakita ang personal contents. Ang title page lamang at budget table ang inilabas Vanessa Cruz Student Leadership Initiative. With annual funding drawn from the Reyes Scholarship Endowment. Vanessa mabilis na nagsalita. That was a proposal. Who drafted it? Tanong ni Sofia. My communications team. Who approved the budget source? Adrian said the foundation resources could support it. Sofia tumingin sa asawa. Did you tell her you could allocate the endowment? I believe the two foundations could collaborate. Did you ask the Reyes board? Not yet. Did you ask me? No. Yet you announced her appointment and prepared a program using the restricted scholarship fund. We would have completed approval later. After the school community accepted her publicly, hindi nakasagot si Adrian. Muli, lumitaw ang parehong paraan ng kanyang pamamahala, ipahayag muna. Lumikha ng pressure. Saka hilingin ng legal approval kapag mahirap ng tumanggi. Attorney Isabel, inilabas ang Scholarship Trust Agreement. The endowment may be used only for tuition, student meals, dormitory support, educational materials, teacher development and approved student programs. No person may create a named initiative, executive position, or promotional budget using the trust without foundation board approval. Any attempt to redirect it may trigger immediate suspension of administrative privileges. Tinanong ng isang board member, has any money already been spent on Miss Cruz's proposed program? Leah binuksan ang preliminary expense report. May payments para sa consultant branding, promotional photography, wardrobe, styling, at launch materials. Ang mga iyon ay inilagay sa account na Student Leadership Preparation. Kahit wala pang program o students na napili. Vanessa tumaas ang boses. Those were necessary launch expenses. For a program that did not exist, sagot ni Isabel. Adrian approved them. Adrian is not a trustee of the Reyes Scholarship Fund. Napalingon ang school board kay Adrian. Unti-unti nang lumalampas ang problema sa maling speech. May posibleng paggamit ng restricted educational funds para sa personal branding ng mistress. Sofia hindi agad humingi ng parusa. Freeze every pending payment connected to the Vanessa Cruz initiative. Preserve all invoices, contracts, and communications. Do not interrupt student scholarships, teacher salaries, or ordinary school operations. Leah tumango. Yes, ma'am. Also restore the original donor plaque and school history materials. Vanessa tumawa ng mapait. So now, you will place your face everywhere? No. Restore the factual timeline. The gallery may include every legitimate contributor, including Montenegro Education Foundation. But no one will be described as paying for what they did not fund. Adrian lumapit sa kanya. You are taking control in the middle of an inauguration. I never surrendered control of the foundation. You let me lead publicly. Public visibility was entrusted to you. Truth was not. Think about how this looks to investors. I am thinking about how it looks to students when adults teach them that the loudest person may claim another person's work. Think about the company. This is a school. Montenegro Holdings brought partners here. And those partners deserve accurate information. Napabuntong hininga siya. What do you want me to do right now? Correct your speech. In front of everyone. You made the false claim in front of everyone. Tumingin si Adrian sa cameras. Local officials at business partners? Halatang ayaw niyang gawin iyon. Ngunit hindi na maaaring ipagpatuloy ang ribbon cutting habang nasa screen ang funding records at hinihintay ng principal ang official correction. Kinuha niya ang microphone. I acknowledge that my earlier language did not sufficiently distinguish between public leadership, partnership contributions, and sole capital sponsorship, sabi niya. Reyes Heritage Foundation, under Sofia's leadership, financed the land, construction and scholarship endowment of St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Tumingin si Sofia sa kanya. And did Montenegro Education Foundation finance the campus? No. Did you know that before your speech? Yes. Did I approve Vanessa's appointment? No. Did you expect me to approve it after the public announcement? Mahabang katahimikan ang sumunod. Sa huli, Sinabi niya, yes. Ang sagot na iyon ang tuluyang nag-alis sa kaniya ng posibilidad na tawagin ang lahat na simpleng media misunderstanding. Hindi lamang mali ang wording. Alam niyang wala siyang approval at ginamit niya ang ceremony upang lumikha ng pressure. Vanessa tumingin sa kanya na para bang ngayon lamang niya nauunawaan ang buong katotohanan. You told me the appointment was guaranteed. I believe Sophia would agree. You made me stand here and say the school was ours. You knew she was the donor. You said her foundation money was family money. Sophia sumagot, restricted charitable funds are not marital spending money. Then why did he act like he controlled everything? That is a question he must answer. Biglang nawala ang pagkakaisa ni na Adrian at Vanessa. Ang babaeng kanina ay nakatayo sa tabi niya bilang bagong patron, ay nagsimulang sisihin siyang inilagay siya sa isang posisyong walang legal na batayan. Si Adrian naman ay galit na sinabi na si Vanessa ang nagbago sa press release at nagpumilit sa honorary title. Ngunit ipinakita ni Leah ang kanyang final approval sa bawat file. Doktor? Ramon itinaas ang kamay. The students are still waiting for the school opening. We must decide whether to continue. Tumingin si Sophia sa scholarship students. Hindi nila kasalanan ang nangyari. Marami sa kanilang pamilya ang naglakbay ng ilang oras upang makita ang inauguration. Ayaw niyang ang unang alaala nila sa campus ay maging isang event na tuluyang kinansela dahil sa iskandalo ng matatanda. The ribbon cutting will continue, sabi niya. But the ceremony will return to the original school board program. Inalis ang emerald sash ni Vanessa sa ceremonial table. Hindi siya pinilit hubarin iyon sa harap ng cameras. Ngunit sinabi ni Isabel na hindi na siya maaaring kumatawan bilang patron o foundation official. Ang center stage chairs ay inilipat. Sa halip na sina Adrian at Vanessa lamang, umakyat sina Dr. Ramon, Sophia, ang scholarship student at isang veteran teacher na nagtrabaho sa project mula pa noong construction phase. Tinanong ng host kung sasama pa ba si Adrian sa ribbon cutting. Sumagot si Sophia. He may stand as representative of Montenegro Education Foundation and acknowledge its legitimate contribution. He will not stand as founder or sole sponsor. Walang pagpipilian si Adrian kundi tanggapin iyon. Umakyat siya sa gilid ng ribbon line. Malayo sa posisyong inihanda para sa kaniya. Si Vanessa naman ay pinaupo sa guest section habang nagpapatuloy ang compliance review. Hindi siya pinalabas sa harap ng students o ginawang sentro ng public punishment. Ngunit wala na ang title, microphone at ceremonial key na inakala niyang magbibigay sa kaniya ng authority. Bago gupitin ang ribbon, ibinigay ni Dr. Ramon kay Sophia ang malaking gunting. Umiling siya at inabot iyon sa scholarship student. You should open the school, sabi niya. May tanong ng bata. This place exists for students like you. Hinawakan ng batang babae ang gunting kasama ang principal at veteran teacher. Si Sophia ay tumayo sa likod nila. Nang maputol ang emerald ribbon, umalingaw-ngaw ang palakpakan sa auditorium. Hindi na iyon para sa isang CEO, mistress o donor. Para iyon sa pagbubukas ng paaralan. Pagkatapos ng ceremony, inutusan ni Sophia ang staff na ituloy ang lunch, campus tours at student performances. Walang employee ang dapat mawala ng bayad dahil sa nangyari. Ang caterers, musicians at technicians ay babayaran ayon sa kontrata. Ang mga guests ay bibigyan ng corrected information packet bago umalis. Ang press conference naman ay ililipat sa library upang maipakita ang funding records at school mission ng walang promotional staging. Habang bumababa mula sa stage, hinarang siya ni Vanessa. Wala na ang kumpiyansa sa mukha nito. You plan to humiliate me. I plan to observe. You let me make the speech. You chose every word. You could have warned me privately. You received warnings from Leah. Legal and the school administration. Adrian told me they were technical objections. You preferred his promise over the documents. Do you enjoy taking everything back? I am not taking back something you own. You never held the appointment, scholarship authority, or donor status? Vanessa tumingin sa cream service uniform ni Sofia. Why pretend to be poor? I did not pretend to be poor. I performed a service job. You wanted to see whether we would respect you. No. I wanted to see whether you would respect someone you believed had no influence. Hindi makasagot si Vanessa. Sa kabilang bahagi ng auditorium, nakatayo si Adrian sa harap ng malaking screen kung saan malinaw na nakalagay ang funding breakdown. Ang mga investor at reporters ay sunod-sunod na nagtatanong kung gaano karaming proyekto ng Montenegro Holdings ang umaasa rin sa garantiya o pondo ng Reyes family. Sinisikap niyang sagutin ang bawat tanong ng maingat. Ngunit wala na ang dating kontrol sa kwento. Lumapit si Sofia sa kanya bago siya pumunta sa library press conference. The inauguration is complete. Sabi niya, You destroyed my credibility. You used mine. We could have resolved this at home. You did not make the claim at home. Vanessa changed more than I realized. You approved the files. She pressured me to give her a public role. You wanted her beside you. Do you intend to remove me from every foundation activity? An emergency governance review begins tonight. And our marriage. That review began long before today. Tumingin siya sa service uniform. Were you listening the entire time? I heard you call my signature something you could obtain after the school accepted Vanessa. I thought you would prioritize stability. I will prioritize the students. That means protecting the foundation partnership. It means protecting the school from people who confuse partnership with ownership. Bago siya lumayo, uminto si Sofia. Today you asked a server to remain behind the curtain because you believed she had no place in the story. Remember this. Adrian, the curtain. The stage, the classrooms, and the scholarships were all paid for by the woman you told to serve your mistress. Iniwan niya ang asawa sa gitna ng auditorium. Sa labas, nagsisimula ng pumasok ang mga estudyante sa bagong library. Sa lobby, maingat na inaalis ng technicians ang promotional panel na tumakip sa donor plaque. Unti-unting lumitaw muli ang pangalan ng Reyes Heritage Foundation at ang pangungusap na pilit itinago buong araw. Hindi iyon declaration ng pagmamayabang. Isa iyong simpleng tala kung saan nagmula ang lupa, pondo at pananagutan. At sa araw na inakala ni na Adrian at Vanessa na maaari nilang burahin ang tahimik na donor sa likod ng isang catering uniform, ang principal mismo ang nagbalik sa kanya sa gitna ng tunay na kasaysayan ng paaralan. Ang CEO na nawala ng paaralang inakala niyang pag-aari niya. Pagkatapos ng ribbon cutting, hindi agad umalis ang mga bisita. Sa halip na magtungo sa buffet area, gaya ng nakasaad sa programa, halos lahat ay nanatili sa loob ng bagong library ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy kung saan inilipat ang press conference. Ang malawak na silid ay napapalibutan ng matataas na bookshelves, digital learning stations at malalaking bintanang tanaw ang football field. Sa gitna ay inilagay ang isang mahabang conference table. Sa isang dulo ay nakaupo sina Sofia Reyes Montenegro, Attorney Isabel Reyes, Dr. Ramon Villanueva at dalawang independent trustees ng Reyes Heritage Foundation. Sa kabilang dulo ay sina Adrian Montenegro, Vanessa Cruz, Damian Flores na bagong dating mula sa Montenegro Foundation Office at ilang board representatives. Ang dating simpleng inauguration ay naging isang opisyal na governance review sa harap mismo ng media. Teachers, parents at local education officials, hindi na nagsuot muli ng service uniform si Sofia. Tinanggal na niya ang cream blazer at maliit na cap. Ngunit hindi siya nagpalit ng mamahaling damit. Nanatili siyang nakasuot ng simpleng puting blouse at dark slacks na isinusuot niya tuwing nag-iinspeksyon ng construction sites. Para sa kanya, hindi kailangan ng mamahaling kasuotan upang patunayan ang pagmamay-ari sa isang proyektong binuo sa loob ng maraming taon. Ang mga dokumentong nasa harap niya ang magsasalita. Sinimulan ni Attorney Isabel ang pagpupulong sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakita ng chronological funding report. Isa-isang lumitaw sa malaking screen ang bawat kontrata. Bank transfer, contractor certification, at government permit. Makikita sa timeline na 7 taon bago pa man nabuo ang Montenegro Education Foundation. Nakabili na si Sofia ng lupang pagtatayuan ng paaralan. 3 taon bago naging CEO si Adrian ng Montenegro Holdings. Naaprubahan na ang unang architectural master plan, ang laboratory buildings, dormitory at library ay pawang nasa original blueprint na pinondohan ng Reyes Heritage Foundation. Ang naging papel ng Montenegro Foundation ay dumating lamang sa huling yugto ng proyekto nang magbigay ito ng computers, school uniforms, publicity campaign at opening event logistics. Is there any document showing that Montenegro Education Foundation financed the construction, tanong ng senior reporter mula sa National Business Network? None. Sagot, independent auditor. Any loan assumed by Montenegro Foundation? None. Any ownership interest over the land? None. Any voting authority over the scholarship trust? None. Ang bawat sagot ay lalo lamang nagpabigat sa katahimikan sa silid. Hindi na ito usapin ng mag-asawa. Maliwanag na ang problemang kinakaharap ni Adrian ay governance at public misrepresentation. Sinubukan niyang ibalik ang usapan sa intensyon. No one here intended to steal the school. Sabi niya, our goal was to unify the public identity of the project. Tahimik na sumagot si Sofia. Unity does not require replacing the owner. I was simplifying the message. You simplified it by removing every reference to the foundation that actually paid for the campus. I wanted one recognizable brand. The children are not a marketing campaign. Hindi na agad nakasagot si Adrian. Lumapit si Leah Mendoza at inilagay sa mesa ang 3 magkakahiwalay na folders. Ang una ay ang original inauguration program na pirmado ni Dr. Ramon. Ang ikalawa ay ang revised version na may edits mula kay Vanessa. Ang ikatlo ay ang final version na ipinadala sa media matapos lagdaan ni Adrian. Sa bawat pagbabago ay unti-unting nabura ang pangalan ni Sofia hanggang sa halos mawala na ito sa buong programa. Who instructed that the donor acknowledgement be moved to the end? Tanong ni Isabel. Tahimik si Vanessa. Who approved the removal of the founder recognition? Hindi pa rin siya sumagot. Sa huli ay sinabi ni Adrian, I approve the final draft. After reviewing the edits, yes. Did you notice that the sole donor paragraph had disappeared? Yes. And you allowed it. I believe Sofia preferred privacy. Sofia, tumingin sa kanya ng diretsyo. I requested privacy for myself. I never requested historical inaccuracy. Nagbukas si Leah ng isa pang file. Lumitaw sa screen ang email thread kung saan malinaw na nakasulat ang mensahe ni Vanessa, if Mrs. Sofia attends unexpectedly, seat her away from the cameras. The public should associate the academy with Adrian and the future leadership team. Is this your email? Tanong ni Isabel. Vanessa tumango. Yes. Why did you write future leadership team? Because Adrian told me I would oversee educational outreach. Did the Reyes board appoint you? No. Did the school board? No. Did Sofia? No? Then on what legal basis did you prepare to become patron? Tahimik ang babae bago sumagot. Adrian assured me the paperwork would follow. Napatingin ang lahat kay Adrian. Is that true? Tanong ng auditor. Nagtagal bago siya sumagot. Yes. So your plan was to announce the appointment first and seek donor approval afterward. I believed it would be easier once the community accepted her. Meaning, sabi ni Sofia, you intended to use public expectation to pressure the foundation. Walang tumutol. Sunod na ipinakita ni Isabel ang draft budget ng Vanessa Cruz Student Leadership Initiative. Bukod sa branding materials, may nakalaan pang executive office renovation, media staff, wardrobe allowance at international leadership tour. Lahat ng gastusin ay kukunin mula sa scholarship endowment. Isang school board member ang agad na napailing. This trust was created for students. Exactly. Sagot ni Sofia. Not for personal image building. Mabilis na nagsalita si Vanessa. Those leadership tours were supposed to inspire young women. With business class flights for yourself? Tanong ni Leah. Representatives need proper accommodations. The students listed in the proposal were marked to be selected later. Tahimik muli si Vanessa. Lumabas naman ang financial records ng Montenegro Education Foundation. Ipinakita ng auditor na ang foundation ay nagkulang ng pondo matapos ang 2 corporate charity events noong nakaraang taon. Dahil dito, iminungkahi ni Damian Flores na gamitin ang publicity ng St. Aurora upang makahikayat ng malalaking donor. Upang maging mas epektibo ang kampanya, iminungkahi niyang iisa lamang ang public face ng proyekto si Adrian habang ilalagay si Vanessa bilang bagong charitable ambassador. Who suggested removing Sofia from the branding, tanong ng auditor. Damian huminga ng malalim. I recommended simplifying the structure. Did you disclose to potential donors that another foundation financed almost everything? I believe that level of detail was unnecessary. Unnecessary to whom? Hindi na siya sumagot. Sa likod ng silid, naroon ang ilang teachers na tahimik na nakikinig. Isa sa kanila ang tumayo. Excuse me? Sabi ng guro. When we attended orientation 2 years ago, we were told Mrs. Press, Sofia personally approved our housing allowance because she believed teachers should not spend half their salary on rent. Was that also financed by Montenegro Foundation? No. Sagot ng auditor. Teacher housing support comes entirely from the Reyes Endowment. Isa pang teacher ang tumayo. Then why were we repeatedly thanked by Montenegro Foundation in public events? Because, mahinahong sabi ni Sofia, gratitude should include every legitimate contributor. Unfortunately, the balance disappeared. Napayuko ang ilang empleyado ng Montenegro Foundation. Hindi nila alam ang buong financial structure. Sumunod lamang sila sa branding materials na ipinapagawa sa kanila. Lumapit ang isang scholarship student na 17 taong gulang at humingi ng pahintulot magsalita. Tumango si Doktor. Ramon? Mang Sofia. Sabi ng bata. We honestly believed Mr. Adrian built this school because that was what we always saw in the videos. If you had never come today, we would never have known. Ngumiti ng bahagya si Sofia. That is exactly why I came. Were you angry? I was disappointed. Why did you still serve water after they treated you badly? Because the students did nothing wrong. Tahimik ang buong library. Ipinagpatuloy ni Isabel ang governance review. Isa-isang binasa ang donor agreement. Nakasaad doon ang founder ng project ay may karapatang aprobahan ang lahat ng permanent appointments na may kinalaman sa scholarship trust, educational programs at donor recognition. Walang sino mang maaaring magtalaga ng honorary patron o gumawa ng named initiative nang walang written approval mula sa Reyes Board. Did anyone receive such approval? Tanong niya. None. Sagot ng board secretary. Did anyone even request it? None. Lumabas din ang CCTV clips mula sa umagang iyon. Makikita roon si Vanessa na ipinapahawak ang kanyang handbag kay Sofia. Ipinapabura ang donor plaque at ipinapautos na ilipat ang founder portrait. Makikita rin si Adrian na nagsasabing, "Do what, miss?" Cruz says, "People like you should remain behind the curtain." Habang pinapanood ang video, hindi na makatingin si Adrian kay Sofia. "Do you remember saying that?" tanong ni Isabel. "Yes." "Did you know you were speaking to the founder of the school?" "No." "Would you have spoken differently if you had recognized her?" Matagal siyang natahimik. "Yes." "Then the problem is not whether you respected Sofia," sabi ni Isabel. "The problem is that you failed to respect someone you believed had no power." Ang pangungusap na iyon ang tila tumama sa buong silid. Maging ang ilang media personalities ay tumigil sa pagsusulat. Pagkaraan ng mahigit 2 oras ng presentasyon, yumiling ang school board na executive session. Pansamantalang pinalabas ang media. Ngunit nanatili sina Adrian, Sofia, Isabel, Dr. Ramon at ang mga trustees. Unang nagsalita ang chairman ng school board. "Mrs. Sofia, what action are you requesting?" Hindi agad sumagot si Sofia. Tumingin muna siya sa bintana kung saan makikitang naglalaro na ang ilang batang scholars sa bagong school garden. "Not revenge," sagot niya. "Correction." Ano ang ibig sabihin yon? Restore every historical record. Correct every press release. Freeze unauthorized initiatives. Protect the scholarship fund. Protect the employees who follow the rules. And Mr. Montenegro. Tumingin siya kay Adrian. He must answer before his own board. Do you want him removed from the school project? Temporarily suspended pending governance review. Permanent. That depends on the investigation. Napahawak si Adrian sa mesa. Sofia. Hindi siya pinansin ng asawa. What about Miss Cruz? She has no approved role in this institution. Tahimik na tumango ang board. Pagkatapos ng executive session, muling pinapasok ang media. Inanunsyo ng chairman ang unang mga hakbang ibabalik ang original donor wall. Kakansilahin ang Vanessa Cruz Initiative. Isa sa ilalim sa independent audit ang Montenegro Foundation Partnership at pansamantalang isususpinde ang lahat ng bagong appointments hanggang matapos ang investigasyon. Nang matapos ang opisyal na pahayag, nagsimula nang umalis ang mga bisita. Isa-isang lumapit ang mga teachers at scholarship students kay Sofia upang magpasalamat. Wala siyang mahabang speech. Nakipagkamay lamang siya at paulit-ulit na sinabing, "Study well. That is enough, thanks." Sa kabilang bahagi ng library, mag-isa nang nakaupo si Adrian. Wala na ang mga photographers, executives at supporters na nakapaligid sa kaniya kanina. Unti-unting lumapit si Sofia. "I never wanted to erase you." Mahina niyang sabi. "But you erased me. I thought visibility mattered. Truth matters first. I really believe we could fix everything after today." That sentence has become your favorite excuse. "I was protecting the foundation." You were protecting your image? Tumayo siya at tumingin sa mga librong nakahanay sa paligid nila. "Do you remember?" Tanong ni Sofia. "The first time I showed you this land." "Yes." "You said children deserve classrooms better than the ones you had growing up." "I meant it." "So did I." "Then how did we end up here?" "Because somewhere along the way, you stopped telling people that it was our shared dream and started telling them it was yours." Hindi na muling nagsalita si Adrian. Sa labas ng library, unti-unti nang inaalis ng maintenance staff ang malalaking banner ng Montenegro Foundation. Sa halip ay ibinabalik ang permanenteng bronze donor plaque na ilang oras na itinago sa likod ng tela. Nang tuluyan itong lumitaw, tumama rito ang liwanag ng hapon. Tahimik na binasa ng ilang magulang ang nakaukit na pangalan ng taong hindi nila halos nakita sa media ngunit siyang tunay na nagtayo ng paaralan. At habang unti-unting bumabalik ang katotohanan sa bawat dingding ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy, nagsisimula namang gumuho ang mundong maingat na binuo ni Adrian gamit ang mga papuri na hindi kailanman tunay na kaniya. Ang CEO na ginawang sariling medalya ang kabutihan ng asawa, 3 araw matapos ang inauguration. Muling nagtipon ang board ng Montenegro Holdings, Montenegro Education Foundation at Reyes Heritage Foundation sa corporate headquarters sa Makati. Hindi na ito public ceremony na may students, teachers at ribbon. Ang conference room ay malamig, tahimik at puno ng sealed folders, audit reports at access logs. Sa isang side ng mesa ay nakaupo si Adrian kasama sina Damian Flores, Vanessa Cruz at legal counsel ng Montenegro Group. Sa kabilang side ay sina Sofia, Attorney Isabel, Leah Mendoza, 2 independent trustees ng Reyes Foundation at isang external governance investigator. Nasa gitna ang malaking screen kung saan naka-freeze ang larawan mula sa inauguration si Vanessa sa gitna ng stage, si Adrian sa podium at si Sofia sa likod nila. Nakasuot ng service uniform at may hawak na tray. Binuksan ng independent chair ang meeting. This review concerns 4 issues. Sabi niya, false representation of donor identity, attempted redirection of restricted scholarship funds, unauthorized appointment of Ms. Cruz and misuse of foundation resources for personal image building. Agad na nagsalita si Adrian. I accept responsibility for the language used during the event, but I reject the suggestion that there was any attempt to steal charitable funds. Tumingin si Sofia sa kaniya. Then let the records decide. Unang ipinakita ni Leah ang complete revision history ng inauguration materials. Sa original project file, si Sofia ang founder. Reyes Heritage Foundation ang sole capital donor at Montenegro Education Foundation ang corporate partner sa second version. Naging joint initiative. Sa third version, naging Montenegro-led educational project. Sa final media kit, halos wala na ang Reyes Foundation maliban sa legal footnote. Ang pagbabago ay hindi nangyari sa isang araw. Mahigit 4 na buwan itong unti-unting ginawa sa pamamagitan ng email instructions, design revisions at press scripts. Who ordered the first removal of the sole donor line? Tanong ng investigator. Vanessa sumagot. I suggested broader branding. Who approved it? Adrian? Who requested that Sofia's portrait be removed from the donor gallery? I did. Why? It created an outdated image. What image? A quiet family donor behind the scenes. We needed modern leadership. Did you mean yourself? Vanessa hindi agad sumagot. I believe I could represent the school more effectively. Without appointment. I was told appointment would follow. Napalingon ang lahat kay Adrian. I intended to regularize her role. Sabi niya. On what authority? Tanong ni Isabel. As CEO of the Partner Foundation. The Partner Foundation does not control the school trust. I believe collaboration gave us influence. Influence is not appointment power. Sunod na ipinakita ang draft memorandum na ginawa ni Damian. Ang document ay may pamagat na Strategic Governance Integration Plan. Nakasaad dito na unti-unting ililipat sa Montenegro Education Foundation ang public fundraising, scholarship branding at corporate donor relations ng St. Aurora. Sa unang yugto, si Vanessa ang magiging honorary patron. Sa ikalawa, Ang scholarship fund ay magkakaroon ng co-branding. Sa ikatlo, ang Reyes Foundation ay magiging silent capital partner habang ang Montenegro Foundation ang magiging visible operating authority. Tiningnan ni Sofia si Damian. Did you plan to reduce the donor foundation into a silent capital source? The proposal was about efficiency. Efficiency for whom? For fundraising? Or for control? Damian pinilit manatiling kalmado. Large donors prefer one visible institution. Then why not use the institution that actually financed the school? Because Montenegro has stronger public recognition. So your solution was to take my money and attach your name. It was not personal. It became personal when you placed my husband and his mistress at the center of the campaign. Vanessa biglang tumayo. Stop calling me that. Sofia hindi gumalaw. Then explain the personal relationship disclosed in your messages. Ipinakita ni Leah ang private chat sa pagitan ni Adrian at Vanessa. Hindi lahat ay inilabas. Tanging mga bahaging may kinalaman sa school governance. Sa isang message, sinabi ni Vanessa, "Once I am introduced beside you as patron, Sofia cannot remove me without looking jealous." Sumagot si Adrian. Exactly. Public acceptance first. Paperwork later. Sa isa pang message, sinabi ni Vanessa, "I want my office in the administration wing before the first semester." Sumagot si Adrian, "Use the donor consultation room." Sofia never uses it. Napabuntong hininga ang independent chair. This is not merely branding. You plan to occupy donor facilities and use public pressure against the founder. Adrian tumingin kay Sofia. Those messages were emotional and careless. They were also operational. Sagot niya. The office was already being renovated. Leah ipinakita ang renovation invoices. Ang donor consultation room ay pinalitan ng executive lounge na may private dressing area, media wall, at custom furniture. Ang expenses ay inilagay sa student engagement budget. Why does a student engagement room need a private dressing station? Tanong ng investigator. Vanessa sumagot. Because public programs require presentation. Where are the students in the design? Tahimik siya. Sunod na lumitaw ang travel proposal para sa international education tour ni Vanessa. Ang budget ay may business class flights, 5-star hotels, stylist allowance at private media team. Ang proposed student participants ay hindi pa pinipili. Ngunit kumpleto na ang itinerary ni Vanessa sa Singapore, Geneva at London. Ang source ng funding ay ang Restricted Scholarship Development Account. Did any student request this program? Tanong ni Sofia. No. Sagot ng board secretary. Did any teacher design it? No. Did the school approve it? No. Then why was money reserved? Damian sumagot. Because international visibility attracts donors. Visibility for the school or for Vanessa? Walang sumagot. Pagkatapos ay binuksan ang financial relationship sa pagitan ng Montenegro Education Foundation at Montenegro Holdings. Lumitaw na ang foundation ay gumastos ng malaki sa public events, celebrity ambassadors at corporate image campaigns, habang bumababa ang direct educational grants nito. Sa loob ng 2 taon, mas malaki ang ginastos nito sa gala dinners at media production kaysa sa actual school supplies. Inauguration, sent. Aurora ay nakita bilang pagkakataong ibalik ang prestige ng foundation nang hindi kinakailangang magpondo ng malaking construction project. And say, Aurora was attractive because the hard work was already paid for. Sabi, energy, auditor. The Montenegro Foundation could attach itself to a completed campus at relatively low cost. Adrian sumimangot. That is an unfair interpretation. then explain why 18 million pesos in contribution produced a media campaign implying ownership over a 1.9 billion peso institution. We brought influence, donors and corporate reach. Valuable contributions. Sagot ni Sofia. But not equivalent contributions. Do you want every banner to show percentages? I want no banner to lie. Ipinakita rin ang donor outreach letters na ipinadala sa business partners. Sa mga iyon, hiniling ni Adrian ang financial support para sa The Montenegro School Network beginning with St. Aurora. Ang letters ay hindi nagsabing ang school ay pag-aari at pinondohan ng Reyes Foundation. May ilan pang nagmungkahi na ang future expansion rights ay maaaring ibigay sa donors sa pamamagitan ng Montenegro Foundation. Future expansion on whose land? Tanong ni Isabel. Damian tumingin sa notes. Adjacent Reyes properties were under discussion. Discussion with whom? Adrian? Not with the owner. Not yet. Sofia, dahan-dahang isinara ang folder. So you were already raising money based on land you did not own and expansion rights you did not possess. Adrian sumagot. I expected we would negotiate as husband and wife. You marketed the result before the negotiation. I believed you would support expansion. I support education. I do not support being cornered into donating more land after promises have been made in my name. Doña Celestina, na pinayagang dumalo bilang observer. Hindi na nakatiis. Sofia, everyone knows you have more land than you can use. Why make this so difficult? Tahimik na tumingin sa kaniya si Sofia. Because land donated to education must be planned, protected and funded. It is not a family accessory. My son made the school famous. The teachers will make it respected. He brought donors. The foundation provided the institution they wanted to support. You speak as if Adrian contributed nothing. I have never said that. He contributed partnerships, computers and visibility. I object only when those contributions are used to erase everything else. Tumahimik si Celestina. Ngunit halata ang galit. Lumipat ang investigasyon sa pagtrato sa staff sa inauguration. Ipinakita ang CCTV clips ng pagtakip sa donor plaque. Pag-uutos kay Sofia na linisin ang podium at pagpilit kay Leah na sundin ang revised program. May testimonies mula sa catering workers, teachers at technicians na sinabihang ang lahat ng utos ni Vanessa ay katumbas ng executive instruction. Tinanong ng investigator si Adrian, did you authorize Miss Cruz to direct school staff? Yes. For the event. Did that include overriding the principal? No. Did you intervene when she did? No. Did you intervene when she humiliated a service worker? No. Why? I thought the worker was being difficult. Would you have responded differently if you knew it was Sofia? Yes. Muli, bumalik ang parehong problema. Hindi ang pagkakakilanlan ang mahalaga kundi ang paniniwalang ang isang low-level worker ay maaaring maliitin ng walang consequence. Sofia nagsalita ng mahina. You keep admitting that you would have behaved better if you knew I was the donor. That does not defend you. It condemns your leadership. Napayuko si Adrian. Sa kalagitnaan ng meeting, humiling si Vanessa ng private break kasama si Adrian. Ngunit tumanggi ang chair dahil lahat ng communications tungkol sa investigation ay kailangang documented. Sa halip, nagsimula siyang magsalita ng walang paghahanda. Adrian told me his marriage was only a legal arrangement. Sabi niya. He said Sofia cared more about contracts than people. He said he was the one who gave warmth to the foundation. Sofia, hindi nagbago ang ekspresyon. Did he tell you he did not control the school? He said the family controlled it. Did he tell you the scholarship fund was restricted? He said paperwork could be adjusted. Did he tell you my approval was guaranteed? Yes. Tumingin siya kay Adrian. You made me believe I would be protected. Adrian sumagot. You pushed for the title. Because you promised it. You wrote the false press release. Because you approved it. You removed Sophia's portrait. Because you said the school needed a new woman beside you. Sa loob ng ilang minuto, ang magkasamang tumayo sa stage bilang future leadership team ay nagsimulang magturuan. Si Vanessa ay sinisi si Adrian sa maling pangako. Si Adrian naman ay sinabi na ginamit ni Vanessa ang kanilang relasyon upang makakuha ng role at budget. Si Damian ay nagsabing sinunod lamang niya ang strategic direction ng CEO. Ang bawat isa ay nagtangkang ilipat ang bigat sa iba. Tahimik na pinanood sila ni Sofia. Nang tumigil ang palitan, sinabi niya, You may have different motives, but you shared one assumption that my silence meant permission. Walang sumagot. Pagkatapos ng 6 na oras, nagsimula ang formal voting. Unang desisyon, permanenteng kanselado ang Vanessa Cruz Student Leadership Initiative. Lahat ng pending expenses ay naka-freeze at ang perang nailabas na ay isa sa ilalim sa recovery review. Ikalawa, si Vanessa ay tinanggal sa lahat ng foundation, school at public education roles. Wala siyang access sa campus records, student information o donor databases. Ikatlo, si Damian ay sinuspinde sa Financial Authority ng Montenegro Education Foundation habang nagpapatuloy ang forensic audit. Ika-4, lahat ng fundraising materials ay kailangang itama at ipadala muli sa donors. Pagkatapos ay dumating ang usapin ni Adrian. Ang independent chair ay tumingin sa kaniya. Mr. Montenegro, you approve false public claims, unauthorized appointments and attempted use of restricted funds. Do you wish to voluntarily step down as chair of Montenegro Education Foundation? No. Sagot niya. My removal will make the situation look worse. The situation already exists. I can repair donor relationships. You damaged them. I know the partners personally. You also personally misled them. Tumingin siya kay Sofia. Tell them I can still help the school. Sofia sumagot. The school does not need your title to receive your honest contribution. Do you want me gone? I want authority separated from image. That is not an answer. It is the only answer that matters. Sa final vote, tinanggal si Adrian bilang chair ng Montenegro Education Foundation at sinuspinde sa anumang official role sa estate. Aurora Integrated Academy. Pinanatili siyang ordinaryong board member sa Montenegro Foundation habang nagpapatuloy ang audit. Ngunit wala na siyang control sa spending, appointments o public statements. Lahat ng kaniyang communications tungkol sa education projects ay kailangang dumaan sa independent review. Hindi pa siya tinanggal bilang CEO ng Montenegro Holdings. Ngunit naglabas ang corporate board ng separate investigation dahil ginamit ang company staff, vehicles at communications team sa foundation campaign. Ang scandal ay nagsimulang makaapekto sa investor confidence. Maraming business partners ang humiling ng clarification kung aling projects ang tunay na pag-aari ng Montenegro Group at alin ang nakasalalay sa Reyes assets. Pagkatapos ng meeting, nanatili si Adrian sa conference room habang unti-unting lumalabas ang iba. Si Sofia ay nag-iimpake ng folders nang lapitan siya nito. You took the foundation from me, sabi niya. It was never yours alone. You made it visible. And then you made visibility more important than truth. I was trying to build a legacy. With my name removed, I thought our legacy was the same. Then why was Vanessa standing beside you? Hindi siya nakasagot. Tumingin siya sa temporary name badge na Mia Santos, na inilagay ni Sofia sa loob ng evidence folder. Did you enjoy watching me fail to recognize you? No. You could have stopped me before the speech. Yes? Then why did you wait? Because I needed to know whether you would correct yourself when the principal spoke? I was shocked. You tried to silence him. I panicked. You tried to remove me from the stage. I did not know it was you. Sofia tumingin sa kaniya ng diretso. That remains your worst answer. Umupo si Adrian at hinawakan ng noo. Vanessa used me. She used the door you opened. Damien designed the plan. You approve it. My mother encouraged the public partnership. You chose it. Everyone told me Sofia would never object. You believed them because it was convenient. Tahimik siya ng ilang sandali bago muling nagsalita. What happens to us now? The financial separation begins immediately. Our marriage. I have asked Isabel to prepare the documents. Napatingin siya. Divorce. Yes. You decided already. I decided when you used my charity, my land and my silence to install another woman in my place. I can end things with Vanessa. This is not only about Vanessa. I can correct every press release. You cannot correct trust with a revised PDF. I can apologize to the teachers and students. You should. Will that change anything? It may change you. It will not automatically restore us. Humina ang boses niya. Do you still love me? Sofia hindi agad sumagot. Sa labas ng glass wall, makikita ang skyline ng Makati at ang maliliit na sasakyang dumadaan sa ibaba. Sa loob ng maraming taon, tinulungan niyang itayo ang public image ng lalaking nasa harap niya, kahit hindi niya hiniling ang credit. Ngunit ngayon, ang parehong katahimikan ang ginamit laban sa kanya. Love is not the question, sabi niya. Trust is. And there is none. Not enough for marriage. Tumayo siya at kinuha ang huling folder. Bago lumabas, huminto siya sa pintuan. You did not lose Saint Aurora when the principal announced my name. You did not lose the foundation when the board voted today. You lost the right to represent our shared dream when you turned my sacrifice into your medal and asked your mistress to wear it. Iniwan niya si Adrian sa conference room. Kinabukasan, inilabas ang corrected statement ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Hindi nito ipinahiya si Adrian o Vanessa sa pamamagitan ng personal insults. Inilatag lamang nito ang Fax Reyes Heritage Foundation ang sole capital donor. Montenegro Education Foundation ang technology and event partner. Walang valid appointment si Vanessa. At lahat ng restricted funds ay protektado. Sa campus, ibinalik ang original donor timeline. Ngunit ayon sa utos ni Sofia, walang malaking portrait niya sa entrance. Sa halip, ang central wall ay nagpakita ng buong project history landowners, architects, engineers, teachers, local workers, corporate partners at student scholars. Ang kaniyang pangalan ay naroon. Ngunit hindi mas malaki kesa sa kinakailangan. Sa ilalim ng timeline ay may bagong pangungusap. A school is not built by the person who receives the loudest applause. It is built by everyone who gives land, labor, knowledge, trust and responsibility without taking what belongs to others. Habang binabasa iyon ng mga unang estudyante ng St. Aurora, nagsimulang mabuo ang bagong uri ng legacy, hindi nakasentro sa isang CEO o sa isang tahimik na donor, kundi sa katotohanang walang sino man ang maaaring gawing personal na tropeyo ang isang institusyong itinayo para sa kinabukasan ng mga bata. Ang paaralang hindi ginawang sandata ng paghihiganti. 12 buwan matapos ang magulong inauguration ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Natapos ang independent audit sa Reyes Heritage Foundation, Montenegro Education Foundation, at lahat ng project accounts na konektado sa paaralan. Sa loob ng 1 taon, hindi isinara ni Sofia ang campus kahit isang araw dahil lamang nasira ang tiwala niya sa asawa. Hindi niya kinansela ang mga klase, scholarship, faculty contracts o meal programs para sa kaniya. Ang institusyon ay hindi dapat maging hostage ng away ng matatanda. Ang mga estudyante ay walang pananagutan sa maling press release, sa peking appointment ni Vanessa o sa ambisyon ni Adrian na gawing sariling medalya ang isang proyektong hindi niya pinondohan. Kaya habang nagpapatuloy ang governance review, patuloy ding tumunog ang school bell. Nagbukas ang library tuwing umaga at nagsilbi ang cafeteria ng libreng pagkain sa mga scholar na nangangailangan nito. Ang unang malaking pagbabago ay ang paghihiwalay ng public relations mula sa donor governance. Hindi na maaaring baguhin ng communications team ang pangalan ng donor, founder o program owner dahil lamang mas maganda ang isang campaign story. Ang bawat press release, speech at event material ay kailangang dumaan sa school historian, legal office at independent trustee bago ilabas. Ang mga salitang founder, sole donor, partner at sponsor ay binigyan ng malinaw na kahulugan. Walang foundation na maaaring tawaging pangunahing tagapagtayo kung ang contribution nito ay para lamang sa equipment o event. Walang executive na maaaring tawaging may-ari ng isang institusyong hindi niya pag-aari. At walang public ambassador na maaaring ipakita bilang decision maker kung wala siyang board appointment. Si Leah Mendoza ay itinaas bilang Director of Institutional Records and Donor Integrity. Hindi na lamang siya ang batang project secretary na tahimik na nag-save ng original press releases, email headers at revision history. May direktang reporting line na siya sa independent trustees at karapatang i-freeze ang anumang publication kapag binago ang donor history o funding source nang walang dokumentong sumusuporta rito. Sa kanyang promotion ceremony, ibinigay ni Sofia sa kaniya ang framed copy ng original inauguration program, ang bersyong naglagay sa scholarship student, veteran teacher, principal at founder sa parehong ribbon-cutting line. Why keep this, tanong ni Leah? It reminds everyone of the ceremony that almost failed. It reminds us that the correct version existed before powerful people tried to replace it. Sagot ni Sofia. What if a future chair orders me to simplify history again? Ask which fact they want removed. And if they say it is only for branding, tell them branding can arrange the truth. It cannot invent another one. Even if the instruction comes from you, especially if it comes from me. The person funding an institution should not be allowed to rewrite it for personal glory either. Si Dr. Ramon ay nanatiling principal at binigyan ng mas malinaw na proteksyon laban sa outside interference. Hindi na maaaring baguhin ng event agency o corporate partner ang academic program, student speakers o school history presentation nang walang written approval ng school board. Ang donor recognition ay hindi inilagay sa bawat classroom at hindi rin ginawang personality campaign ni Sofia. Sa halip, ang main lobby ay nagkaroon ng institutional timeline na nagpapakita sa lahat ng contributors ang De Los Reyes family na nagbigay ng lupa, ang foundation na nagpondo sa construction, ang architects, engineers, local workers, teachers, technology partners, uniform donors at student representatives. Naroon ang pangalan ni Adrian bilang founding corporate partnership lead ng Montenegro Education Foundation. Ngunit wala ang maling titulong founder ng school. Why keep his name, tanong ng isang trustee? Because correction is not erasure. Sagot ni Sofia. He contributed computers, partnerships, and public reach. Those facts remain true even when other facts reveal his wrongdoing. Hindi siya pumayag na alisin ang pangalan ni Adrian dahil lamang nasaktan siya. Alam niyang kung gagawin niya iyon, magiging katulad din siya ng mga taong nagtanggal ng pangalan niya sa inauguration. Ang layunin ay hindi palitan ng isang kasinungalingan ng isa pang kasinungalingan. Ang layunin ay gumawa ng record na kayang mabuhay kahit magbago ang relasyon, posisyon at public image ng mga taong kasangkot. Ang forensic review sa Montenegro Education Foundation ay nagpakitang mahigit 30% ng annual budget nito sa nakaraang 2 taon ay napunta sa gala events, media production, celebrity appearance fees at executive branding. Mas maliit ang direktang ginastos sa classrooms, books at student grants. Dahil dito, permanenteng inalis si Damian Flores sa anumang financial role sa foundation. Na-freeze ang disputed advisory fees at inutusan siyang ibalik ang mga halagang konektado sa unauthorized Vanessa Cruz initiative. Isinailalim din siya sa professional review dahil sa pagtatangkang ilipat ang restricted scholarship funds sa branding at travel expenses. Sa final hearing, sinabi ni Damian, "My job was to make the foundation visible enough to attract donors." Sumagot ang independent chair, "Visibility may support a mission. It may not replace the mission. The gala spending created influence. Influence that depended on claiming another foundation's school. I followed the CEO's strategy. His approval proves his responsibility. Your design proves yours." Si Vanessa Cruz ay tuluyang tinanggal sa Montenegro Education Foundation, ASE, Aurora Academy at lahat ng education-related campaigns ng Montenegro Holdings. Kinansela ang honorary patron announcement, executive office renovation, international leadership tour at wardrobe allowance, ang kanyang access sa student records, donor lists, at campus facilities ay permanenteng isinara habang umiiral ang findings. Ang personal belongings niya mula sa temporary office ay maayos na binalik. Walang litrato ng kanyang damit, cosmetics o private messages ang inilabas sa media. Ginamit lamang ang communications na may malinaw na kaugnayan sa unauthorized appointment, scholarship budget at donor misrepresentation. Sa unang mga buwan, iginiit ni Vanessa sa interviews na isa lamang siyang babaeng pinangakuan ng pwesto ng lalaking mahal niya. May bahagi ng pahayag na iyon na totoo. Pinaniwala siya ni Adrian na ang appointment ay garantisado at ang approval ni Sofia ay simpleng pirma lamang. Ngunit ipinakita ng audit na alam din niyang walang formal authorization. Alam niyang tinututulan ni Leah ang mga dokumento at personal niyang iniutos na takpan ang donor plaque at alisin ang portrait ni Sofia. Hindi siya inosenteng tumanggap lamang ng maling impormasyon. Aktibo siyang nakilahok sa pagbuo ng public story na magbibigay sa kanya ng authority bago pa ito maging legal. Sa isang televised interview, tinanong siya ng host kung bakit niya sinabing ang school ay itinayo nila ni Adrian. "I meant we were building its future," sagot niya. But the speech used the past tense. Sabi ng host, "You said, the school Adrian and I built." It was emotional language. "Did you know Reyes Heritage Foundation financed the campus?" "Yes." "Did you know you had no approved patron role?" "Yes." But Adrian said it would follow. "Did you order the donor plaque covered?" Vanessa tumahimik sandali. It did not match the visual campaign. So, the accurate donor record was removed because it interfered with your image. Hindi na siya nakapagbigay ng malinaw na sagot. Si Adrian naman ay sumailalim sa hiwalay na investigation ng Montenegro Holdings. Lumitaw na ginamit niya ang corporate communications team, executive vehicles, security personnel at event budget upang suportahan ang inauguration campaign at ang unauthorized public positioning ni Vanessa. Hindi lahat ng paggamit ay ilegal dahil may tunay na partnership ang kumpanya sa school. Ngunit ang conflict of interest ay hindi idineklara. At ang relationship niya kay Vanessa ay malinaw na nakaapekto sa appointments, spending at public statements. Kinilala ng board ang tunay niyang ambag. Siya ang nagdala ng computer donors, internship partners, at ilang foreign education networks. Siya rin ang tumulong para makilala ang Eseng, Aurora sa labas ng Tagaytay. Ngunit walang contribution ang makapagpapawalang bisa sa katotohanang alam niyang hindi siya ang founder o sole sponsor. Alam niyang walang appointment si Vanessa. Alam niyang restricted ang scholarship trust. Gayunpaman, pinili niyang ipahayag muna ang resulta at asahang pipirma si Sofia pagkatapos. Permanenteng tinanggal si Adrian bilang chair ng Montenegro Education Foundation. Pagkaraan ng 6 na buwan ng corporate review, inalis din siya bilang CEO ng Montenegro Holdings at inilipat sa non-executive shareholder status. Napanatili niya ang lawful shares at compensation na hindi konektado sa wrongdoing. Ngunit wala na siyang authority sa foundation spending, charitable partnerships, executive appointments, o public education campaigns. Hindi ginamit ni Sofia ang influence niya upang agawin ang legal shares ng pamilya Montenegro. We are correcting misuse of authority. Sabi niya sa board, we are not confiscating lawful property because a marriage failed. Sa halip na palitan si Adrian ng isa pang celebrity executive, kumuha ang foundation ng independent chair na may karanasan sa school administration at non-profit governance. Ang bagong leadership team ay kinabibilangan ng principal, teacher, representative, parent representative, student alumni, observer at donor trustees. Hindi na maaaring ang pinakamalaking donor lamang ang magpasya sa lahat. Bagamat kontrolado ni Sofia ang foundation, kusa niyang nilimitahan ang unilateral appointment power sa pamamagitan ng bagong bylaws. Attorney Isabel nagtanong, why reduce your own authority after what happened? Because the lesson cannot be that only the correct powerful person should control everything. Sagot ni Sofia, the lesson should be that no one person can quietly convert trust into ownership. Itinatag din ang Mia Santos Service and Dignity Program. Hindi upang ipaalala sa lahat na minsang nagkunwari si Sofia bilang server, kundi upang baguhin ang kultura ng school events. Lahat ng temporary staff, catering workers, guards, janitors at technicians ay binigyan ng direct complaint channel. Bawal nang gamitin ng VIP guest ang school employee bilang personal assistant. Ang staff ay may karapatang tumanggi sa utos na lumalabag sa safety, student protection o event policy. Ang anumang retaliatory dismissal ay kailangang i-review ng independent office. Noong iminungkahi ng board na pangalanan ng programa kay Sofia, tumanggi siya. Use the temporary name. Sabi niya, the point is that respect should not depend on whether Mia Santos is secretly wealthy. Ang catering supervisor na unang nagbigay sa kanya ng tray ay nanatili sa trabaho. Si Hector, ang event security supervisor na muntik nang magpaalis sa kaniya, ay pansamantalang inalis sa supervisory role at isinailalim sa retraining. Napatunayang sinunod niya ang instruction ni Adrian. Ngunit hindi siya gumawa ng physical violence at nakipagtulungan siya sa investigation. Sa final interview, sinabi niya kay Sofia, I kept thinking I would have behaved differently if I knew it was you. That is exactly what you must unlearn. Sagot niya, I was protecting the VIP program. A school must protect children, staff and truth before VIP comfort. Nang matapos ang retraining, ibinalik si Hector bilang campus safety coordinator. Ngunit wala na siyang authority na alisin ang isang employee dahil lamang inireklamo ng donor o executive. Ang bawat removal order ay kailangang may documented reason. Ang unauthorized renovation ng donor consultation room ay hindi winasak. Tinanggal ang private dressing area at media wall. Pagkatapos ay ginawang Student Guidance and Family Resource Center. Ang mamahaling furniture ay ibinenta at ang proceeds ay ginamit para sa counseling services at emergency transportation ng scholars. Ang wardrobe allowance at international tour budget na nakalaan kay Vanessa ay inilipat sa teacher training, student exchange scholarships, at laboratory maintenance. Ang unang batch ng scholars ay nakatapos ng kanilang school year na walang nabawas sa tuition, meal o dormitory support. Ang batang babae na humawak sa ribbon-cutting scissors ay naging student council representative. Sa kanyang unang speech, sinabi niya, "We learned that gratitude does not require us to accept a false story. We can thank every contributor without giving one person the work of everyone." Nasa audience si Sofia, ngunit hindi siya umakyat sa stage. Ang divorce hearing nila ni Adrian ay ginanap ng pribado sa conference room ng Reyes Family Office. Walang journalists, students o foundation staff. Sa mesa ay ang separation agreement, asset schedules, wala ring larawan ni Vanessa o footage mula sa inauguration. Hindi kailangan ni Sofia ng theatrical reminder upang tapusin ang kasal. Mas tahimik si Adrian kaysa dati. "You kept my name in the school history," sabi niya. "You contributed to the partnership. You could have removed everything. That would have been another false record. Does that mean you forgive me? Forgiveness is not restoration. I ended the relationship with Vanessa. That was your decision. I cooperated with the audit. That was your obligation. I lost the foundation and CEO position. Those were consequences. What else do you want? I want nothing else from you." Ang sagot na iyon ang tila higit na masakit kaysa galit. Napayuko si Adrian at tiningnan ang divorce papers. "I thought you wanted me to fight for us. I wanted you to protect us before there was a fight. I believed the school could become our family legacy. It could have. Then why did my name become a problem? Your name was never the problem. Your need to make it the only name was. I thought donors needed a strong public face. You gave them a false owner. I thought Vanessa could help. You gave her authority that was not yours to give. I thought you would sign. That sentence explains why we cannot remain married." Matagal siyang natahimik. "When did you decide it was over?" "Not when I discovered Vanessa." Adrian tumingin sa kanya. "I decided when you looked at a worker carrying a tray, heard her question an improper order, and told her that people like her belonged behind the curtain. I did not know it was you. That is why I believed what you showed me. I was stressed. You were powerful. Stress revealed how you used that power. Can I ever visit Saint? Aurora, you have no executive access. As a donor, Montenegro Education Foundation remains a legitimate technology partner under independent management. You no longer represent it. As a guest, you may attend public events under the same rules as any other guest. You would not ban me. The school is not a weapon for maintaining my anger." Tahimik niyang pinirmahan ang divorce agreement. Bago isara ang folder, tinanong niya, "Do the students know what I did? They know the official findings. Do they hate me?" Sophia looked at him calmly. Children are not required to carry the emotional punishment adults avoid giving themselves. Hindi na siya nagtanong muli. 1 taon matapos ang inauguration scandal, ginanap ang unang official commencement program ng estate, Aurora Integrated Academy. Hindi pa graduation ng buong batch, kundi recognition ceremony para sa scholars, teachers, at community partners na nakatapos ng unang academic year. Sa main stage ay walang giant portrait ng donor o CEO. Ang backdrop ay nagpakita lamang ng school seal at mga salitang "Learning with Truth." serving with dignity. Sa front row ay nakaupo ang mga parents, teachers, construction workers at representatives ng legitimate partner foundations. Ang Montenegro Education Foundation ay kinatawan ng bagong independent chair. Ang pangalan ni Adrian ay nabanggit sa project history bilang founding partnership lead. Ngunit hindi siya dumalo. Si Leah ang nagbasa ng donor acknowledgement. Malinaw ngunit maikli. Reyes Heritage Foundation, ang sole capital donor. Montenegro Education Foundation at iba pang organizations ang technology, uniform at program partners. Ang school community teachers, staff, workers at families ang nagpapanatili sa institusyon araw-araw. Pagkatapos ay tinawag si Sofia upang magbigay ng closing remarks. Umakyat siya sa stage na walang music cue o dramatic lighting. Hindi siya nagsuot ng gown. Nakasuot lamang siya ng light gray suit at hawak ang isang maliit na notebook. Last year, simula niya. Many people learned who funded this school. But knowing the name of a donor is not the most important lesson. Tumingin siya sa mga estudyante. The most important lesson is that no one should be treated as invisible because of a uniform, job title, or lack of public recognition. A server may understand the rules better than the guest. A secretary may protect the truth better than an executive. A teacher may build more of a school's future than the person cutting the ribbon. Tahimik na nakinig ang audience. This institution will not teach children that money makes a person more human, or that applause creates ownership. It will teach them that every privilege carries responsibility. Every record must remain truthful and every person who serves deserves dignity. Pagkatapos ng ceremony, tinanong siya ng isang reporter, Mrs. Reyes Montenegro, what proves that someone is the true benefactor of a school? Tumingin si Sofia sa campus courtyard. Naroon ang mga scholars na kumukuha ng litrato kasama ang kanilang pamilya. Sa library windows ay makikita ang teachers na nag-aayos ng books. Sa gilid ay may catering workers na nagliligpit ng tables matapos ang event. Not the person standing at the center of the ribbon cutting. Sagot niya. The true benefactor is the person or institution that carries the responsibility for the land, funding, and future of the students, and still remembers that the school does not belong to the donor's ego. It belongs to its mission. Do you regret hiding as a server? No. Why? Because if I had arrived as chairwoman, everyone would have been polite. I needed to see whether the values written on the school walls existed when people thought no owner was watching. Did they? Some did. Some did not. Now, the system is stronger because we know the difference. Sa lobby, nanatsili, Ange Original, Bronze d'Honneur plaque. Ngunit sa tabi nito ay inilagay ang isang mas maliit na plaque na may simpleng pangungusap. Every person who enters this school, student, teacher, guest, or worker must be treated with the dignity we claim education exists to protect. Walang pangalan ni Sofia sa pangungusap na iyon. Hindi iyon kailangan. Noong araw na pinagsilbihan siya ni Adrian at Vanessa, naniwala silang ang isang tray at uniform ay sapat upang alisin ang halaga ng isang tao. Naniwala rin silang ang microphone, title at public applause ay sapat upang gawing kanila ang isang paaralang binayaran ng ibang babae. Ngunit ang katotohanan ay hindi na natili sa likod ng curtain. Lumabas ito sa donor records. Sa boses enge principal, sa tapang ni Leah at sa mga estudyanteng dapat sana ang tunay na sentro ng lahat. Hindi ginamit ni Sofia ang scent, Aurora upang habulin ang dating asawa o gawing permanenteng monumento ang sariling pangalan. Ginamit niya ang kapangyarihan upang ayusin ang sistema. Protektahan ang scholarships at tiyaking wala ng batang matututong normal lamang ang pag-angkin sa gawa ng iba. At sa bawat umagang muling bumubukas ang gate ng St. Aurora Integrated Academy. Hindi na mahalaga kung sino ang may pinakamalaking larawan sa banner. Ang mahalaga ay bukas ang classrooms. Ligtas ang scholarship fund at alam ng bawat taong pumapasok mula sa pinakamayamang donor hanggang sa pinakabagong temporary server na ang dignidad ay hindi ibinibigay ayon sa posisyon. Ito ang tunay na pamana ni Sofia. Hindi isang paaralang may pangalan niya sa bawat dingding, kundi isang institusyong natutong wag nang burahin ang sinuman.